Hello and welcome to Three Questions with. Got my friend Roger with us from BNMC. Good morning, Roger. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Kevin. How you doing?
I just live in the dream, my friend.
Great.
Roger, can we start at the beginning? Give us a little overview of the company. Tell us what you do.
Sure. So BNMC stands for Brady Network Management Corporation, and we're a IT managed service provider, or MSP. What that means is that for companies that have no IT staff, they can outsource their entire IT, their entire technology to us. We'll handle the daily support of all their computer systems, their users, email, wherever their data is, security, backup, disaster recovery. We act as their entire IT department, if you will. And then for companies that have an IT staff that can't handle everything, we have a co-management model where we supplement their team. Think of a school system or a larger company that has IT but really needs additional boots on the ground. We do a lot of services around infrastructure and then moving to the cloud, Office 365 and Azure and AWS. We handle all that as well.
Roger, that strategy makes sense to me as a former person who was in charge of IT. You simply, as a small bank, small business, you can't have all the people you need on your team. You can't have that security expert, the network expert. So that model makes sense to bring in those resources when you need it versus trying to have a staff that can do all of that. Makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for a small company nowadays, it's very difficult to have to not only hire a full-time IT staff, but to even afford it when you can have an entire team behind you that is very experienced, primary engineering, senior engineering, architects, virtual CIOs. You have the entire team for much more cost effective than you can do it yourself in-house. And as I mentioned, nowadays it's really difficult to find good IT staff. I mean, everybody's challenged it. We've had to master it as an MSP, and companies, that have problems with it say, hey, maybe I should be outsourcing this and have a whole team behind me.
So, Roger, I'm glad that I'm not involved in this anymore, especially with this work from home model, because it scares me, to think, hey, I have my work laptop and I'm handing it to my child, go, here, download games and do whatever you want on daddy's work laptop. What could possibly go wrong, Roger, with this plan?
Well, I can tell you that COVID-19 and the pandemic has made this a heyday for the hackers, okay? Not only are they going after everybody who's getting PPP money and federal stimulus money, but they realize that now businesses are all working remote and they're going after the security of the businesses because it's just a boom day for the hackers and the terrorists that are out there. I mean, you can talk to any of the security companies out there, and there is a huge increase, a huge spike in the number of attacks. And so it's our job to really work on behalf of our customers to help protect them, even more so now than ever before. And that means protecting wherever they're working, when they're at home, wherever their data lies. And we're adding more and more cybersecurity and more protection to really help our customers prevent it. I just talked to one company who's been down for days, because they got attacked, and they're all remote and they can't talk to each other because their email systems haven't been working, all from malicious attacks from hackers. And so it's, the entire industry, the IT industry, has been really working, and there's a lot of great cybersecurity solutions now that we can implement.
So, Roger, one of the things that always makes me chuckle, and I feel bad when I do it, is I have people like, Kev, just a guy working on in my basement in my house. Hackers aren't never going to come after me. True?
No, that's not true at all, actually. I mean, they're going to go for wherever the lowest hanging fruit is out there. And the easier you make it for them, the easier it is going to be in. I mean, I just, use the example that, the thief is going to hit the house where you leave the door unlocked, okay? If you lock your door, they're going to move on to the next one. But if your door is unlocked and you're letting everybody in, hey, that's easy picking. It's the same thing for the person working out of their basement who doesn't have different protections, you're not going to have the big time guys going after the Walmarts and the Targets of the world. Those guys are getting hit as well. But it's our job from an MSP to really help people understand you still have risk. and we have controls that we can put in place that can help protect you. And the last thing we want to do is to interrupt your business, because you're making money, and if your technology goes down, it's going to be very difficult to keep your business running.
Roger, one of the other challenges I find as a small, medium-sized business is selecting the right product for us. Because the running joke is, if you ask 4 IT guys, you get 5 opinions. What's the best? Now, in some cases, what's the best for the size of my business? Well, yeah, that is a great product, but it's 3 times what I made last year. So
Right.
that one's off the table. How do we, but I find so many business owners get so overwhelmed by it, Roger. They just throw their hands up and just try to make it go away. Can you help people pick the right product for their business?
Absolutely. I mean, I think what we do as an MSP is we first start asking questions to understand your business. We want to understand what you need to run your business appropriately. And then we can match the right technology that aligns with the business, because you're exactly right, Kevin. Not every solution is right for every business. I mean, if you're, 10,000 Fortune 500, company, that's going to be a much different strategy than a 1-person or a 5-person or 10-person company. You still need controls in place. You need cybersecurity, you need backups and disaster recovery, but they're going to be completely different solutions. So the first thing we do is really try to understand what runs your business, what you need, and then we can really help you pick the proper technology that aligns with that business.
So, Roger, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more?
Sure. So you can first go to our website, which is www.bnmc.net, or you can call us. Our phone number is 978-482-2020. We pick up the phone. You talk to a human when you call, and you can also send me an email. My email is Roger, ROGER, @bnmc.net. And I'm on LinkedIn as well, Facebook, and you can also reach out to Kevin here, and he knows how to get in touch with me too.
Awesome, Roger. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to jump on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thanks again. Have a great day.